Hello, my friends. Welcome to Hummingbird Soul Food. Today, we're going to be just diving into a message that you need to hear right now. So the most prominent energy that is coming through right here, right now. If you were drawn to the title, there's probably something in here for you. Take what resonates, leave the rest, and of course, apply this message to however it fits best for you. This is a team effort, so I am tapping into my own innate wisdom, my intuition, but you as well should be doing the same. So let's see. I'm going to pull an oracle card, some tarot, and a little inspirational message at the end. So if that sounds good to you, then definitely stick around. So what is the most important message coming through for us right now? What do we need to know right now, Spirit? Ooh, we're getting two. Let's see. Flamingo Spirit, embrace the in-between, and Armadillo Spirit, set healthy boundaries. So this message here around the in-between has been coming through quite a bit. I would say the last couple of weeks. I feel like a lot of us right now are in this incubation period, okay? We're almost in, I want to say liminal space, where we have sort of a toe dipped in the past, a toe dipped in the future, but we're not there yet. We're somewhere in the middle. We're kind of floating around. We are gathering what we need. We're learning what we need to learn. We're understanding what we need to understand, tying up loose ends from the past, sort of getting prepped and ready for the future or for the next journey, the next cycle. So embracing this time of liminal space, like what is it teaching you? What are you getting out of it? Because there's a reason that you're sitting in this space of in-between. It's not as a form of punishment. It's not because you're doing something wrong, quote unquote. It's a necessary place to be, as annoying or as frustrating as that might be. But I always like to say, when we take a sacred pause, we quiet down, we tune in, we listen, we allow our soul to be heard, we will understand why we were in this liminal space, why we are in the in-between. But again, it is serving a purpose. So really it's like, how can you support yourself through this time of in-between? Because it can be frustrating, and I totally understand that. I really do. So yeah, how can you best show up for yourself while you are sort of, I don't want to say waiting for things to shift, because I don't feel like, if you were drawn to this message, I don't feel like you're just sort of sitting back and not doing anything. I do think that you're probably taking action. You're taking baby steps when you feel inspired to, when you feel called to. But sort of while you are preparing to receive or preparing for things to materialize, how can you best support yourself through that process as to avoid frustration, anger, resentment, fear, doubt, all of the things, because all that can pop up through this time. So yeah, and with getting, set healthy boundaries, Armadillo Spirit. The first thing I thought of was boundaries with your own self, right? What you will accept, what you won't accept, right? Non-negotiables. All right. I also feel like potentially in the past, some of you have probably been in this place of in-between, so close to getting to the other side or getting to that next, cycle or season of your life. But because things were slowing down, maybe you took a step back and you just felt like it was a waste of time, or it wasn't happening for you. And so maybe you kind of gave up a little bit, or you just sort of took back your energy from it. And there's nothing wrong with that. Because there's a lesson in that too. So there's really no wrong decision. But with, setting healthy boundaries here, I feel like part of that is knowing when your own self is almost abandoning you. Like knowing when I said that weird. Knowing when you're almost abandoning yourself in a sense, okay? And not allowing yourself to do that, because at the end of the day, our intuition is letting us know if something really is worth, pouring into, or if something isn't. And I think that when we don't get what we want immediately, some of us have a tendency to just be like, oh, well, forget it. Then there's no point, right? But our intuition's like, no, don't give up. Keep moving forward. Keep taking steps. This is going to happen for you. So it's like part of the boundary thing, I feel, is calling yourself out on your own BS and and not giving up so quickly, okay? But also, yes, of course, this is setting healthy boundaries around other people as well. And maybe that's part of what this in-between journey has been. It's for you to really advocate for yourself, stand in your truth, speak your truth, and not allow other people or outside interferences to come and infiltrate and throw you off course. Saying no when you need to say no, distance yourself when you need to do so. And not also, codependency, right? Not trying to prove yourself at all, especially if things haven't fully materialized. Not trying to, justify or explain yourself, well, this X, Y, and Z. It's like, no, you don't need to prove, you don't need to justify, you don't need to compare. None of that nonsense. None of that energy. It's wasted. It's draining. It takes away your power 100%. So just being where you're at with pride, with confidence, with trust that you're exactly where you're supposed to be, and you are moving forward, you are making progress. So let's just get a few tarot cards. Why, or please clarify, Flamingo Spirit, embrace the in-between for us. Why are we getting embrace the in-between? Please clarify, Spirit. Oh, lovely. Okay, so we're getting the Empress, the Nine of Pentacles, and the Nine of Swords. Yeah. So first of all, the Nine of Swords talks about the worry, the fear. This could be the doubt creeping in. Those pesky limiting beliefs, right? Your mindset. Sometimes the Nine of Swords can be, sleepless nights or just having trouble going to sleep because you're ruminating on a million different things, all that type of energy. So I feel like that's being validated for you here. But coming back to this card here of set healthy boundaries, know when to call yourself out on your own BS. Because honestly, we're human, so it's normal to be in this space sometimes, but I don't feel like it's necessary. Why? Because we're getting the Nine of Pentacles and the Empress. So the Empress is a 3, and set healthy boundaries is a 3 as well. So you might be seeing 3s, you might be seeing 9s because we're getting that twice. So 3 is the number of creation. It's magical, beautiful, co-creative energy, giving birth to something new in your life. It's also about feeling balanced, okay? Balanced within yourself, mind, body, heart, and spirit, all right? As so within, so without. So when you're feeling balanced within yourself, you're going to feel balanced around yourself as well, okay? So Empress, Nine of Pentacles. I mean, this is you really standing in your power. Like, this is entrepreneurial energy. This is kind of just taking the reins of your own life. Again, Empress, giving birth to your own reality, okay? This is fertile energy. This is expansion. This is beauty, magic, joyful abundance. This is self-love in all of its glorious forms, okay? As well as self-worth. The Empress does not sit on her throne and worry about what other people think of her. She knows who she is. She knows her worth and value. She does not settle. She does not ask for approval. She does not ask for outside validation. Again, setting healthy boundaries includes all of that type of energy. So I knew there was a reason why I felt called to say that. There's like that, it just gives your power away. Remember who you are. Come back home to yourself, okay? Because you're basically a badass with this Nine of Pentacles attached to it. Oh my goodness, it's like the world is your oyster. What do you want to create? Because consider it done. Don't forget who you are. Don't forget your power, okay? Because when you forget who you are and you start giving your power away and you start doubting and you start questioning and you feel like, that nothing's ever working out for me, and you pull back your energy because things aren't happening as quickly as you would like and all that type of energy, then, we land in the Nine of Swords, right? But when we're like, no, actually, wait a second. I have a lot more control over this than I'm giving myself credit for. And basically what I'm saying is when you come back home to yourself and you stand in your authentic sovereign power, nothing can shake you. So what do you want to create? Where are you focusing your energy, Nine of Pentacles? Are you focusing on what you want or on what you don't want? Okay, so let's clarify set healthy boundaries. Why are we getting set healthy boundaries, please? And also when we're talking about embracing the in-between, this to me is kind of representing that in-between energy. It doesn't have to be Nine of Swords vibe, but I do feel like that's kind of what that stands for. But where you're heading is Empress, Nine of Pentacles. But feel that now. Know that now. Trust it now. Like, this is beautiful, beautiful self-confidence. Okay? Again, nothing can shake you unless you allow it to. Please clarify set healthy boundaries. Page of Wands. Let's get one more. Page of Wands. Why is the Page of Wands here? Something magical is transpiring. And you know what? We are almost in Virgo season. Nine of Pentacles is Virgo energy, okay? It's also Taurus and Capricorn, but earth energy, right? So I do feel like Virgo season is going to have some beautiful manifestations coming through for us, okay? Some magical surprises even, maybe. Let's get one more for the Page of Wands. Why is the Page of Wands here? There it is. Oh, we're getting two more. Ooh, Awakening and the Magician. Oh my goodness. So the reason why we need to set healthy boundaries is because things are truly coming to fruition for you, and now is not the time to cower, to play small, to dim your light, to give your power away to anything outside of yourself. People, places, and things, habits, patterns, mindset, whatever the case might be. Okay? And this in-between is serving as an awakening for you. So you are learning, you are growing, you are coming into a deeper understanding of self, which in turn is setting you up for something massive. I cannot stress that enough. Magician and the Page of Wands, you are truly calling in and manifesting a new adventure. Clean slate energy, inspiration, beautiful, divinely inspired ideas and opportunities. Maybe even somebody coming in and offering you something, but you are absolutely manifesting this as the Magician. This is you knowing, recognizing, and owning and embodying your personal power. Making no apologies. Full confidence, not in an egotistical way, just knowing who you are and being proud and feeling inspired to honor that beautiful soul. Every single aspect of you, shadow, light, and everything in between, because it makes you a whole individual. And you are not meant to compare yourself to other people, to try to be somebody that you're not, to live up to some sort of standard or expectation. Be you, be true to you. We want your unique soul magic, nobody else's, right? Sit in your beautiful essence from a place of sovereignty. Can you do that? I feel like that message came through for me this morning. Can you sit in a space in your beautiful, sacred essence without feeling shame or guilt or uncomfortable or, ooh, like, is this okay? Like, is anybody judging me right now? Can you just, and that's Empress, right? Can you sit in your own essence? She is sitting beautifully in her own essence, just fully embodied, shining her light, feeling connected to all that is. She is vibrating the cosmos and is loving every second of it and is so honored and grateful to even have that awareness, right? Because a lot of people they feel like they are walking around as victims. And I'm not talking about people who are literally victims of terrible things. I'm talking about people who feel like they have zero control. Life is happening to me rather than for me. No, the Empress's life is happening for me, and I am going to co-create, and I am going to be the alchemist, and I am going to be the master and the leader of my own reality. And I am going to open my heart to receive all of the magic and the miracles that are due to me without feeling guilty, without feeling like I need to prove myself or earn it. No, simply because you exist, you can sit in this energy, okay? Again, it's not to say you're not going to take action. Page of Wands, Magician, you are taking action. You're waving your magic wand. You are calling something in because of who you are, because of the work that you're doing, for sure, around boundaries, whether that's with yourself or other people, because you're finally coming in tune with your beautiful worth and value. We are worthy simply because we exist. That's it. End of story. So it's a matter of just loving on your beautiful uniqueness and your individuality. Again, making no apologies for it, not trying to be anybody outside of you. That's authenticity, okay? And then co-creating from that place. That's literally all it is, right? Because all of that work that you're doing around all the things I just mentioned, that's cleaning up your aura, your energetic field. It's weeding out the energy that does not belong to you, that does not align with you, which in turn is creating beautiful, magical space to welcome in some sort of new reality or experience or just the next season of your life, okay? Because again, we're in this in-between period. You might be seeing flamingos. You might be seeing armadillos as little signs that this message is for you. You might be seeing repeating 3s, repeating 9s. Yeah, that's all here for sure. So I don't know. I feel like that Virgo season is going to open up a window of change for us. So again, Empress, and this is Libra. So maybe by Virgo into Libra season, okay? Now is not the time to hide your magic. Now is not the time to revert back to old patterns and ways of doing and being that drained your energy, that stole your power, that were not aligned with who you truly are, your true pure essence. Now is a time to see yourself as the queen, as the king, right? As both ends of the spectrum, okay? Because we are masculine and feminine, okay? It's the time to claim your throne. Okay, it is the time to claim your throne. This is definitely a huge unfolding and rebirth process that is happening for you here with this awakening card, there's no going back, my friends. Like you are leveling up on an energetic level, which in turn is bringing in something in your physical reality, 9 of Pentacles, that is going to mirror this beautiful soul work that you have been doing, that you have chose to take on, because that's who you are. You're a badass. All right. What can I say? So get ready for something pretty epic to come to fruition in your physical reality because of what you are doing. So keep doing what you're doing. Embrace this in between. See it as a beautiful unfolding. Invite in the magic, the mystery. It's okay if you don't know where you're going. I mean, where you're going looks pretty awesome to me, but you don't need to know all the details. Just know that this too is coming to an end. And I feel like Virgo into Libra season is when you're finally going to sort of leap out of that in-between energy and get into that new cycle season of your life. Okay, so see it as a blessing, see it as a gift, don't see it as punishment. Okay, but yeah, let's get a quick little inspirational message to finish up this reading. What do we need to hear, please? What do we need to hear? We need to hear, you did something amazing and I noticed. You did something amazing and I noticed. Guess what? I'm noticing it. Yes, people around you are noticing it, but the universe is noticing it, okay? And oh my goodness, so many people right now, whether it's up above or in your physical reality, are so freaking proud of you. They see you growing. They see you shining. They see you healing. They see you inspiring, and they are inspired. They are encouraged. That is exactly why you are here. Again, keep doing what you're doing because you are making waves. You are making big, massive changes. Even if you don't think so, trust that you are. People are noticing. Keep shining your light unapologetically. Anyway, if you enjoyed this reading, if it resonated, please like, share, and subscribe. I would greatly appreciate it. I am a very small channel. I am trying to grow, and I am so very grateful for your support. And thank you for being here. Also, I offer personal readings if you would like to dive more deeply into your specific story. I have a Patreon community if you're looking for a community of like-minded souls. Also, I do energy healing, so I have lots of stuff going on. You can find all of that in my description box, link in my bio. It's all there. Anyway, sending you all so much love. Take care. Bye.